What's going on, YouTubers? What's going on, Periscoper and Twitter followers? Hope everyone's having an awesome day. My name is Ken Cloutier of GetMotivatedForSuccess.com, and I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. What I do is I help network marketers generate more leads, sponsor more reps, and make more money. And today, what I want to talk about is what to do when a prospect no-shows you, when they don't show up to your meeting and they said they were going to be there. Now, I've had that happen to me. I can't even count how many times that's happened. You know, if you're taking action, or if you've been in, home business network marketing for any length of time, and you've been actively building your business, you've had people no-show you. So I want to give you a couple little scripts that have worked for me. I actually learned this from Ray Higdon, and there's some scripts that work for me, and it can work for you if you do it as well. All right, so the first thing that I want to let you know is that if you are scheduling appointments with prospects, the number one thing to always remember is come from a position of strength. All right, you're never trying to beg people to see your opportunity. You're never trying to beg people to show up. Come from a position of strength, right? Put your backbone up and be bold, right? You have what they need. You have a great opportunity. You have a way to, where 99% of people are looking to have time freedom, be able to make money from home. You already have what they're looking for. So never come from a position of weakness when you're booking your appointment. Now, there's times where you're talking to somebody and you tell them, that you have a hotel meeting and it's going to be Tuesday night at 8 o'clock at such and such hotel, or hey, let's meet at Starbucks at 9 o'clock at this place, or even you're going to do some sort of an online presentation. And if you ever get the feeling, in your gut or based on what the prospect is telling you that they're not going to show up, there's a very simple script, something simple that you can say to them. Now, when I talk about having an idea if the prospect isn't going to show up, all right, so let's meet at 8 o'clock at such and such location, and the prospect says something like, well, I'll try and make it. Or, yeah, let me see, and I'll call you if I can make it, right? If they say something like that, basically that's a nice way of telling you, I'm not going to show up. They're basically telling you, I'm not going to show up. You don't try and show up, right? If you have a job interview, do you try and get to the job interview? If you have to go to the bathroom, do you try and go to the bathroom, right? I'll see if I can make it to the bathroom. No, you either do or you don't. So when you're booking an appointment with somebody and they say something weak like, well, I'll try and be there. I'll see if I can make it. I'll give you a call. I'll call you on Tuesday morning to let you know whether or not I can make it. That's not good enough, guys. You did not book an appointment. So in that instance, what I like to say, if I have a feeling that they may not show up, they may be thinking of a way to get out of it, you just got to come correct. You got to approach them boldly and just say something like, hey, just curious, are you telling me that you're going to show up, but you really don't plan on showing up? Or are you going to be at the meeting on Tuesday or whatever you're meeting? Hey, just curious, are you telling me that you're going to show up, but you really have no intentions of showing up to the appointment? Or are you definitely going to be there on Tuesday night? See, when you ask people a direct question, it requires a direct answer. And if they give you anything other than a direct, yes, I will be there, or no, I won't, then unless they say, I will be there, then they're not going to show up. So be direct with people. Don't beat around the bush and say, well, I hope to see you on Tuesday, or, hopefully you can make it because I'd really love to see you there. You'd be so good at this. Don't ever come from a position of weakness. Approach them boldly and ask them a direct question. Again, what I like to say, and I learned this from Ray, is, hey, just curious, are you telling me that you're going to be there and you have no intention of showing up to the meeting? Or are you definitely going to be there? You see the difference? When you ask them directly, it requires them to have a direct answer. So if they had any inclination of, I don't think I'm going to show up, they will almost be forced to tell you, right? Because it's a direct question. So that's number one, all right? Now, if they don't show up at the meeting, let's say you have people booked in at the meeting and that person doesn't show up. So the way to approach that is be cool with it. You don't have to go right down their throat, cram it down their throat. You weren't there, you're a sap, you didn't tell me, you're not accountable, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to approach it that way. Approach it cool, calm, and collect, but again, be in control. So what I might say in that instance is, hey, listen, I know you couldn't make it to the meeting, totally cool, no big deal, I do understand. However, there were several people that did show up, and I have to manage my time properly with my team. So I need to provide the time for the people that did show up. And then what I can do is I can follow up with you in about a week or so, and we can reconnect and see if it's still a good fit. Let me say that again. Okay, and you can say it kind of in your own words, however you want to say it. But the point is, what's up, Miss Winfrey? The point is when they don't show up, again, you're not going to cram them down the throat. You're not going to yell at them. You're not going to scream at them. You're just going to say, hey, I know you weren't able to make it to the meeting. Totally cool. Things happen. Hey, what's going on, Miss Winfrey? Good to have you on, girl. Hey, I know you weren't at the meeting. I know you weren't able to show up. Totally cool. But listen, save from working. Love that. Love that. Somebody has a handle, saved from working. I'm sorry, I got distracted here. Great handle. Awesome. So they don't show up. Hey, I know you weren't able to make it to the meeting. Listen, totally cool. I understand things happen. But, see, that's what you want to say. But there were several people that did show up, and I need to manage my time properly with my team. So I need to dedicate my time to the people that did show up. What I can do is I can connect with you in a week or so, and we can revisit it and see if it's still a good fit for you. Now, what that does to the prospect, that absolutely blows their mind, because think from the prospect's point of view. They just no-showed you for an opportunity. There were a bunch of people that did show up. What's up, Muscatar? There were a bunch of people that did show up. Your time is dedicated to people who did show up. So now the prospect is thinking, gee, what did I miss? Shoot, I must have missed something good. If Ken has a bunch of people that he needs to follow up with, and it didn't matter if I showed up or not, and he wasn't mad at me, he was just like, hey, totally cool, whatever. There was a bunch of people that did show up. I got to dedicate my time to those people. What the heck did I just miss? And now that prospect is going to really want to sit down with you in a week or so when you talk to them again and revisit it and say, hey, I've been crazy busy. There's been a lot of people I'm working with, obviously, since the last meeting that we had. But are you really serious about making money? Are you really serious about this opportunity? I'd be more than happy to help you if you're serious, right? But that prospect is going to jump on it because they're going to be like, shoot, I missed out on the first opportunity. I'm not missing out on this next time. So where do we need to meet? And a lot of times the prospect will actually be like, you tell me a time and a place and I'll be there, because they feel bad that they missed the opportunity, not because they stood you up per se, but because they're like, shoot, I missed out on something. I need to find out what's going on, because if there's a lot of other people that are going to this, there must be something really good. So I used to be, and I'm telling you this from a position of, I used to be on the flip side. I used to cuss people out. I used to be like, well, how can I work with you if you're not even accountable to your own dreams? I mean, I used to hammer people. Not saying that was a good thing. It was just my personality, because I'm like, dude, if you say you're going to be somewhere, be there, right? That was my mentality. It still is, but I've learned how to dress it up a little bit, make it a little bit, a little nicer, right? So, but you're saying the same thing when you ask them a direct question. If you don't think they're going to show up, again, hey, just curious, are you telling me that you're going to show up with no intention? Are you telling me that you're going to be there, but you have no intention of showing up? Or are you definitely going to be there on Tuesday night? Hit them with that direct question. If they don't show up, don't go down their throat. Hey, it's totally cool. I have a lot of other people that I have to dedicate my time to that did show up. However, I can revisit with you in a week or so, when I'm a little less busy, and we can see if it's the right fit. So guys, use those two scripts, right? It's going to happen. Some people are just not accountable. They're not going to show up. That's part of the process. It happens to everybody. Ray Higdon got no show, okay? It happens to everybody. But if you use these two scripts, these two tips that I've given you tonight, then the chances of you getting no-showed go down. And if somebody does no-show you, there's a good chance that they may. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I'll tell you in a second. So, you know, so the chances, the chances of getting no-showed go down. And then if somebody does no-show you, if you handle it properly, if you handle it with class, that's probably the best way to say it. If you handle it with class, they're more apt to want to rebook with you than if you just berate them and just, you know, yell at them and just act like a total jerk like I used to. There's no chance they're going to want to be in business with you, right? Because people don't want to be in business with another boss. They don't want to be in business with, you know, somebody that's going to berate them. So handle it with class. If you got value from this, feel free to share this. If you're on Twitter or Periscope, you can swipe up or swipe to the right to push it out. YouTubers, you can just hit any of the share buttons. And what I actually put is a link for you to my 19 lead sources for your business. So if you're out there and you're trying to get more leads for your business and you want targeted people that are interested in your opportunity, I did a 6-page PDF ebook that you can grab for totally free. It's totally free, okay? If you're on YouTube, or excuse me, if you're on Periscope or Twitter, too many different platforms, click the link on my Periscope profile or go to scopewken.getmotivatedforsuccess.com. It's in the title right there. Just enter your information and you'll get the free download, and you can get hot leads every single day. I give you 19 different ways to do it. YouTubers, I dropped it right on the bottom of the video under show all. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can get these live broadcasts that I do, you know, that I do along with Twitter and Periscope. So make sure you subscribe, hit the subscribe button if you got value from this. Now, somebody asked me just now, this is just a little bonus, kind of a little off the topic. How do you get so many followers on your Periscopes, right? Or how do you get more followers even? I could put it that way. And one of the ways to do it is follow people that are in the niche that you are promoting. So if you're in network marketing, if you're in home business, find people that are a superstar, I put it in quotes because I don't know another word, somebody that's an authority in your niche, like a Ray Higdon, like an Eric Worre, like a Cedric Harris, different people like Cesar Rodriguez, people like that, that are big time players in the network marketing industry. Follow them. And then when you watch their scopes, which hopefully you are, follow the people that watched their scopes. So, because the people that are watching their scopes are obviously already interested in the content that they're sharing. And if you're doing scopes, just like, you know, in your niche, they're probably going to be interested in the content that you're sharing as well. So when you're on a Ray Higdon scope, for instance, go through and look at all the people that were on his Periscope, his live broadcast, and then start following those people because they're obviously interested in the same niche that you're in. That's just a little tip. It's a lot of different ways to do it. That's just my quick, dirty, easy, it's not dirty, but quick and dirty way to do it. Quick and easy way to do it. Let's put it that way. All right. So hope that helped. Hope that answered your question. Guys, if you got value, feel free to share. Drop a comment, DM me, send me a tweet. If you have questions about what I talked about, if you have questions about anything, let me know, guys. Anytime you ask questions, I try and answer them. I'll try and answer them even like doing a video or a live broadcast. You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. You know, I try and answer the questions because, listen, if you have a question, chances are other people have the same exact question. So that's all for now, guys. Head over to the link click the link in YouTube, head over to my Periscope profile, click the link there, grab your free 6-page PDF ebook, 19 lead sources for your business. All right, guys, enjoyed sharing with you guys. I know there's some people hopping on. You gave me a ton of hearts. My God, that is a whole day's work that you just gave me with all those hearts. Thank you. Grateful, grateful, grateful. I know there's some people that are just hopping on now. You might have to watch the replay because I'm done. I'm getting ready to do a Facebook Live broadcast now. So love you all. Thank you so much for hopping on. I do not take it lightly. You're taking your time, your mind, your brain power, and you're hopping on with me. So I am grateful for that. I thank you so much for hopping on. Hope you got some great value. Love you all. Have a wonderful night. This is Ken Cloutier of GetMotivatedForSuccess.com down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Take care.